Hello everybody, so glad you tuned in. Fishing with Fernando. I'm out here in Mosquito Lagoon and I'm doing a video as the title is on basic trout fishing. So what I'm doing here is I just there's a main channel that runs right across here. It's very shallow in here. If you know Mosquito Lagoon, you know where it's at. And just down to the north of me is a little area called Eldora Flats, and that's where I'm going to be headed. But I want to try in here first. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and walk across here. It's only about a foot of water, and I've got the itty bitty in tow. I've done some improvements to her, but I'm going to do a separate video on that as soon as I get done with the improvements. So I'm going to just walk across here and go ahead and show you what I'll be using. All in here, you see there's poles in there. This is all anywhere from 6 inches to a foot of water. So just beyond here, there's some grass flats, and that's where they should be. But what we'll do is we'll go ahead and drift north. Now it's getting a little deeper here, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump in back in itty bitty and then just go ahead and troll it across to there. So I'll be with you guys shortly. I'll show you exactly what I'm going to be using to fish. Alright guys, I've set up the basic fishing lures, paddle tails for trout. And you'll also catch redfish and flounder on the same rig, okay? So basically, you could just use your regular mirror lure, trout, redfish, snook, and flounder. Sorry about that. Sure you're in view now. Yeah, that's a view. So you can get trout, redfish, snook, and flounder, and these are chartreuse shad. These are the hoochie coochie, they call it, the lemon lime. So I'm going to be using 4.5 inch. I got these at Cabela's, so I'm going to be using that today. The thing is, right now guys, it's a little windy. So now I'm over here now. Just previously, I videotaped I was over there. I had jumping back in the boat. You know, I'm going to tell you something, guys. Something that I found interesting was a 5-foot hole just about maybe 25 feet past that point, which I'm going to investigate. Right now, I just want to focus on trout. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come out of here and we're going to go back there as far as I can and let the wind drift me all down through the Eldora Flats. So anyway, getting back to here. This power bait, and I'm not advertising for power bait, but I thought these were interesting because it's a porgy swim shad, and from what I hear, trout really like small little pinfish and porgies. Okay, now if you get into a big school of red, you get into a pod of anywhere from 6 to 12. I've seen them out here in Drum 15 years ago. I used to fish here. I did catch some trout. I'm definitely not an expert. Okay, I want to tell you that I'm not an expert. I'm with you guys. I'm still learning a lot. But these here are big ones. They can the big red drum. I'll probably like these. And like I said, I'm not advertising for these companies. I'm just showing you basic stuff that I got, because I do have more stuff here. I've got these grub tails that I'm going to eventually try out here. They're 6 inch. I use these offshore, which I'm going to be making a video for you guys here. As soon as the seas get down 1 to 2 flat feet, man, I'm out of here. So anyway, let's see what else I got in here. I got some old sand fleas. I got all kinds of stuff in here. I buy stuff I don't need like most people. So anyway, here we go. So very important that you always carry a couple surface plugs, okay? So I went out and got these, and this one has a little propeller. Now in the past, I had one similar to this probably about 25-30 years ago. And I know I fished for bass one night as the sun was going down, and I caught like 30 on this thing. It was amazing how much they like it. So maybe the trout will like it. And then I've got a mirror lure here. And right basically here it says shallow water minnow lure. And it says it here, trout, redfish. And basically, hear that? It has a rattle in it. So we're going to try that. We're going to go ahead and tie on a couple of these. Okay, now I want to tell you, I also have the Sahara 4000 over there, made by Shimano, with a longer 6.5 foot rod. Okay, and that's over in that corner over there. I bring that for sheep's head. If I see any big red drum, I'll throw that lure out there. But that's actually a bait caster rod with a reel, but I love the rod, so I went ahead and put that reel on it and see what happens. So far it's been great with sheep's head. Okay, and then right here what I have, and this is basic trout gear right here. like you would more or less for bass. Here I have a BG 2000. It's a Daiwa with 10-pound test. You should put 8, but I like it just a little bit thicker. I get into a big fish and I really got to tighten that drag down on them. And I have it on a Proficiency 6.5 foot rod. Here it says light fast action, 1/16 to 5/16, 4 to 10 pounds. Okay, and it's a graphite M6. It's inexpensive. It was on sale. I think I picked it up for 40 bucks. They say it's not really good, for saltwater because of the way it's made. But for 40 bucks, I thought it was a good matchup for trout and reds. And this one here is another Proficiency, pretty much the same thing. And that's the same thing, 6.6 medium fast, 1.823. This one's a little heavier, 4 to 12 pounds, okay? And then what I have on here is I have the Shimano Nasi. These are saltwater reels. They're a little more expensive, but they'll last out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and rig up and make my way back there. And we're gonna start, see if we can get some trout. Oh, before I go on, there's another thing I should tell you. There's definitely other ways of catching trout. One of the very popular methods is you get a float like that. You tie about a piece of maybe 12-inch down below it when you're in shallow water and you want to use live shrimp. But you can use dead fresh shrimp too, because it's going to mimic the dead shrimp, because you're going to be moving this. You're not going to keep sitting still. It'll mimic a live shrimp. And then you want to go ahead and put yourself this is about a 2-aught hook there. Put that on, you put a live shrimp, you put the bobber on, the shrimp will be about a foot down, and then you throw it on and you slowly just jerk it back, slowly jerk it back to you. And I've actually seen that one on YouTube. That'll work. But this is your basic trout tutorial. So in shallow water, because remember we're going to be over here in the shallow water. So enough of me. I'll see you guys in a few. Alright guys, I'm almost there. I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to put this right in through here. Just going to go ahead and put it right in the center. And then I'm going to bring it back. Just keep it threading it. Just like that. Right there. And then what I decided to do is I'm going to put this one on my bigger rod as a top water. So I have this one already rigged, and then I put that little porgy shad on here. Basically I did a fisherman's knot here, just a uni knot. And if you guys want me to do some videos on knots, go ahead and put it in the comments, and I'll take a day and I'll do different knots that I do for you. Just let me know what you guys want, what you want to learn, what you want to do, and I'll help you out. As I know there's a lot of beginners out there that want to get started and they don't know how. I remember when I was like that. I was lucky I had some people help me out. So anyway, that's what I'm here for, guys. I'll go ahead and finish rigging up and we're gonna hit the water. Yes. You see guys back in here, these mangroves. If you look down, you can see that grass, the seagrass, and actually that has a big part to do with the ecosystem. That's when you're back here, you don't want to step on any of that or anything like that. And I do have a push pole that I made, which I'll be showing you that when I do the video for the improvements on the itty bitty. So back here, straight back here, is just a lot of grass flats. So I'm gonna go ahead and just walk over here and jump back in the boat and try to get a little bit of deeper water, and then just drift across somehow. But I know this looks like trout territory back here. There's a lot of seagrass, places for them to hide back in here and that sort of thing. So let's get to it. I'll be right with you. All right guys, I got a push pole right here that I found this 1x2 in the shed. It's about 6.5 feet long. So I'm gonna start pulling through here and get back there. I just have my eyes open for everything. See, I'm looking all in here. I haven't seen anything move, but I know they're in here. I know it. Alright guys, what I'm doing now is I'm just push poling. You can really see how thick the seagrass is in here. That's why in here, if you fish like this in shallow water, when it's this shallow and there's this much seagrass, you definitely want to go top water. Now I know I'm going to get over here and it's going to be a little bit deeper, but I want to show you that beautiful seagrass. That's where the trout hide. That's their nursery. That's where they get their food. There's a lot of shrimp hide in there and all them crusty little creatures. So we're doing okay with this little homemade push pole here. I see some movement over there possibly. Let me see if I can sneak over there. There might be some fish up over there, guys. This video is probably going to be a little longer. Yeah. Do you see that? There's trout over there. Nice and quiet. We're going to sneak up on them. There's bait fish jumping over here, so there's got to be trout. I think my top water is going to be my best bet right now. All I got to do is put a little handle on this push pole up top here, and I'm good. I said today that I was going to be super patient fishing, that I wasn't going to deviate from the plan, because, you know, I get that AC/DC stuff, you know. I get all them squirrel moments and my plans go out the window when I go fishing. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go to this spot, and doesn't always work out. So the trolling mode is hitting just a little bit back there. All right, as soon as I get closer, I start casting, I'll turn the camera back on. Yeah, I've been throwing this top water plug. It's that new one. See, it still gets the grass, you see? So I'm gonna let the wind blow me now. Right across these flats. The wind's doing its job. I'm moving. I can feel I'm getting caught up on the grass a little bit. Yeah, I am. That's the issues out here when you're this shallow. And the grass is a good thing, because that's where all the fish have their eggs and where they get their food. So it is what it is. Yeah, we'll keep trying. See what I'm doing, guys? Just a little twitches, letting it pause for a second. Little twitches. I can't use a regular shad here, there's too much seaweed, but I have a feeling that they will hit this top water. I know they will. It's just they spook so easy, you know. I'm barely making any noise. I changed over to the tub one with a little propeller on the back. Make more action. This fish there, I can see them move away. Come back for it. I think I'm gonna try that shad in here anyway. Well, guys, nothing yet. I had seen some fish, but they're not buying it. I did throw the shark juice out. I did get one bite on that, but like I said, I made it weedless. But I want to keep trying this top water because it's kind of cloudy over here. Now we're gonna go in some little deeper water and just keep throwing artificials. So we can do. You guys get the hang how to do it in shallow water, top water plugs, and you could probably get like a bass hook weedless and use one of those in here. And that's what I plan to bring next time. It's like a bass hook and put it on my grub where it's weedless. So I did make this one partial weedless. I'll show you what I did. Doesn't have that fully natural bend, but see, I put the hook back in there. See, so if a big one swallows it and bites it, he's going to get it. I'm just trying to get this a little more natural here, the way it flows. I'm going to redo it and see. If we put it this way, like this, take it out. Stretch it back, all the way back. See, it doesn't have that natural bend to it. That's the thing. Let's try it anyway. Maybe it'll resemble it. See, it's hitting. I feel it hitting the grass. Right, there's some docks down the way. We'll go try over there. Right now the wind's pushing me over, which is good. And we'll fish this whole edge. Let the wind just take us. Let the wind be our fuel. Free gas. See how it looks in the water now. It doesn't look natural in the water. I don't like the way it looks. All right, guys, I want to keep you up to date. I'm over here throwing this the little pogey shad over here by these pilings. Sometimes trout and big reds like to hang out in there. Nice, that was a nice cast right there. Stay with it the whole way. Nice to have a trolling motor, backing up nice and slow. And I can stop it anytime I want. Ooh, did you see that cast? Ooh, almost got that piling. Can't say I'm not trying. I did see something though when I by that dock over there. I didn't see any fish underneath it. Normally it's teeming with small sheep's head and that sort of thing. Right where I wanted it. Well, guys, I'll keep trying. I'll keep you tuned. All right, guys. Beach to boat. I'm gonna walk around this little peninsula here and cast out. I saw some fish from a distance. See what happens. Just got to keep trying. I did get a bite with the fish. Took the tail off. So I put a fresh one on. We'll see what happens. Also, you know, out here, if you have you can free line shrimp too, a live shrimp. Free line and let it sit if you want to anchor. Sometimes a fish will come to you, you know. I mean, the weather's good. It's just a little windy for me, but it's okay. It's not bad, really. But there's itty bitty doing what she does. Skinny water. guys, I put a Berkeley shrimp on here. I'm gonna try jigging with this and see what happens. Just gotta try everything, you know. Man, something behind me just turned up some water. Oh, too close to the dock over here. Might have been a huge red. I don't know if he followed my shrimp, but I just got thrown off because I was too close to those pilings. Let me try again here. I mean, the swirl was kind of big. I thought maybe it was a manatee. Guys, I didn't get any trout, but gave you a basic idea of how to catch them. So, you know, sometimes it's like that. We just got to keep trying. So, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it.